Greetings, Jim Van Zandt here, one of the pastors here at Carlisle United Methodist Church with Sermon in 3 Minutes. We've been looking at some of the interchanges in the Gospel of Luke that Jesus has with the nobodies of society at that time. Those exchanges usually occur with a bunch of somebodies standing around, and by the end of the story, you're not sure who the nobody is and who the somebody is. The story we looked at this past week is the story of Jesus healing the man with leprosy. Not only did leprosy separate him from the crowd, but Luke wants us to see something else that separates the man from the crowd when it comes to Jesus. And it's in the way the man asks the question about his healing. He goes to Jesus and asks, "Will you heal me?" He doesn't ask, "Can." He doesn't seem to have any question about Jesus' ability to do that. The crowd, I'm sure, is wondering, can Jesus do this? But this man knows that Jesus can do it. He just wants to know if he will do it. You know, many times when you and I go to prayer, and maybe we're praying about something in our past, something we feel shameful about, some guilt, maybe we're looking for some healing of something in our lives, we never question whether or not God can do it. We question the same thing the man with leprosy questions. Will God do it? Because in the back of my mind, we know all these reasons why God may not want to do that. Try to live the best that we can. We try to live as God would intended for us to be disciples of Jesus Christ, but in our minds we don't always measure up, and that somehow that disqualifies us. I'm sure this man with leprosy felt that 10 times over, but he knew who Jesus was, and he knew who he was, and he had more faith in the ability and in the will of Jesus to want to heal him than that got in the way of him even asking that. It seems to be all those nobodies of the day, they seem to have some special knowledge of who Jesus was. And their maladies are healed because they seem to go all in for him. They have nothing else to rely on. And maybe that's what Jesus is waiting for you and me as we continue to struggle with maybe some things we feel guilty about and shameful about. He's just waiting for us to go all in for him. That's the sermon in 3 minutes. Hope you have a wonderful day.